Yo, welcome to the first ever video on the channel, the great beginning of something big. My name is Squiddy and today we're gonna rank all the chest exercises and put them in a tier list. I'm gonna be mostly ranking based on my own personal opinion and not focus on studies that much. The main focus is to find the best exercise in terms of muscle growth along with strength. We want exercises that will help you in the real world and have been proven to be a solid chest builder throughout the times. Starting off, let's get rid of some of the most common scam exercises that circulate the internet. The hex press is surely a D tier movement. It's just a bad exercise overall. No reason to do this over the more common movements since it has a shortened range of motion and offers a suboptimal stretch at the bottom. But you know what exercise is great for chest development? The bench press. The bench press for me is a solid movement, allowing you to build good strength and progressively overload easily. Only problem is the shorter range of motion, but it's not that big of a deal breaker. I have been benching for the majority of my fitness journey, and even though recently I'm taking a break from it, I still think it's great, but not as great as some alternatives. Also, you almost always need a spotter or some safety bars that not all gyms are equipped with, but I'm gonna put it in S tier. These problems are solved by the dumbbell press. Either its flat version or incline version, it offers a great stretch in the bottom, easy progressive overload and a great feeling to the chest. It's easy to set up, and even though I prefer the incline version, I'm putting this in Squiddy tier aka S plus tier. There is one more exercise I believe deserves to be on the Squiddy tier, but I'm gonna leave that for later. Let's see a popular movement now, the dip. The dip is a great exercise that you can quite easily progressively overload by doing them weighted. The dip also translates really good to movements like the bench press since you need to stabilize yourself. Dips are an excellent muscle and strength builder, but have some cons. They tend to strain the shoulders more and beginners tend to avoid it since they are afraid of hurting their shoulders. They also strain the elbow a lot, which is not really a deal breaker in my opinion if you know how to manage and progressively overload smart. But I'm gonna have to put the dip to B tier. Since we are talking about calisthenic movements, let's see the push-up. Push-ups are a great beginner exercise and great for endurance building. You can do them weighted, but it feels a bit off, especially if you try to put over 20 or 30 kilograms in your back. You need someone to put that weight there and it feels weird. For me, a solid C tier though. Now, if you do them on a decline, by raising your legs and also raising your arms with some plates so you can go even deeper, then they can become harder and you need less weight in your back. Only for that, I'm gonna put decline push-ups in B tier, one tier above. In D tier, we also can put some more exercises that don't primarily target the chest, but are more like a compound movement. Exercises like the landmine press or lat pullover, yeah, they do target the chest, but you most likely will not get a significant chest growth from these two alone, since other muscles primarily perform the movement and the chest just assists. Lat pullover is still great, but not a good chest builder. Enough about presses, let's talk about the chest flies. First of all, we got the cable chest fly. It is a really good exercise that typically doesn't require much weight, but still target the chest effectively. It's an isolation movement, meaning it won't fatigue your shoulders that much or your triceps, so a great movement overall. A solid S tier for me. A suboptimal similar movement, the double chest fly, is good, but most people with shoulder problems find that it strains their shoulders. Personally, I haven't consistently done this movement, but if your shoulders are fine, it should be a good exercise to include at the end of your chest workout. For those reasons, I will put it in C tier. I think it's an underappreciated exercise, especially if your shoulders are fine, but there are better alternatives. Chest flies on the pec deck machine are also great. I have been performing this for a while, but my gym never had the straight pec deck flies. I only have ever done the bented elbows version. Personally, I believe the one that allows you to keep your arms straight is great and deserves to be in S tier, since it offers stability. But the bented elbows one is an A tier for me because of the suboptimal contraction. Stability is a bit of a tricky topic, since if the exercise is really stable, it won't translate good to free weight movements, but it can allow you to focus on pushing with your chest and not having to worry about stabilizing. On that note, let's rank the Smith Machine bench press. For the reasons above, I'm putting this one in A tier. The main drawback on this one is that not only is it stable and thus won't translate to the barbell bench press that well, it also has a fixed path that may not enable you to get that stretch at the bottom. Still great, but suboptimal from the movements in S and S plus tier. One exercise I really enjoyed doing at home at my start of my fitness journey was the floor press. I honestly can't see a good reason to do this over the dumbbell presses on the bench, since it offers a smaller range of motion and you can't really use your legs to stabilize, making it weird and not allowing you to just press the weight. Floor press goes to C tier, still kinda good for at home beginners. Now, any decline form of a press, either it be decline bench press or decline dumbbell press, is a big no for me. The lower chest isn't a different muscle from the middle chest. You can't really emphasize just the lower chest since it works in harmony with your middle chest. It's still not that bad of an exercise, but your head being lower than your heart just makes it feel weird for me, and I have never liked any decline variation. Personally, I'm putting it to C tier, but I can see why people may argue about B tier. I wouldn't put it any higher though. If you are still watching, you probably remember that I mentioned that one more exercise deserves the Squiddy tier, and yes, it's nothing more than the machine press. The machine press allows you to easily progressively overload, offers a great stretch in the bottom, is safe and feels great. The seated version is good, but not as good as the incline or the flat version. In my gym, we have the incline version, which is similar, surely one of the best chest builders out there. Lastly, we cannot forget single arm presses. These can build unilateral strength and fix imbalances on the body, although they tend to be a bit more annoying to set up, especially with the cables. They are still decent and can be put in B tier. And yeah, we have done it. We ranked most of the chest exercises. I hope I didn't forget any. Of course, this is my personal opinion and you should always cross-check your sources to make sure you are receiving the right information. I'm open to seeing what you guys think in the comments, and I would love if you could subscribe so you can learn more about fitness and grow a big chest.